Eric Von Mason is cooking shit up.
What is going on? Welcome to the Heatwave Spotlight. I'm your host, Jason Dowdy, JDM, Jason Dowdy Music. We have a very special guest this evening. Everybody who has been to Heatwave knows this man. He hosts the Hotspot every Friday night without fail, and that's actually going to be my first question for him when he pops in. But let's go ahead and get him out here. Pat Carney, aka Fiction.
Yo, what's up?
What it
What's up?
is?
What's happening?
What's going on, man?
Hey, just chilling. Happy I'm not
All
working.
right. Oh, that's a good first question. Where do you work?
Right now I'm actually assistant manager at DG. I was working at a couple grows, but they just sold the last grow that I was managing. So
Okay.
our daughter's boyfriend got me a job there because it's a small area, so there's not a lot of stuff going on. So just until I was kind of finding something that better that I could get into, that's something that's holding me over.
What's DG?
Dollar General.
Dollar General.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I didn't know.
Yeah. You not have those in Canada?
No, I mean I grew up in Oklahoma, so I remember Dollar General, but I just never called it that.
Heck yeah.
I never called it DG. Okay, cool. Awesome. What's that? Do you hate it?
Do I hate
or
what
are
Dollar
you cool
General?
with it?
It ain't bad. It's
Yeah.
easy work, man. And
Mm.
I got ties on the inside, so I moved up pretty quick.
All right, there you go. There you go. All right, cool. All right, we got S dot in the house. We got EVM.
What's up, guys?
Uh, all right, cool. And I'm just gonna leave that chat overlay up for anybody that pops in. It seems like it helps now that I have access to the Heatwave page. I'm starting to see the names in here, so I think that's helping us out.
You all right?
So hopefully we won't have anybody that's just Facebook user, and then I gotta guess who it
Yeah,
is.
when I was in your producing for artist thing, like I was coming up as a user. I'm like, it's me, Fiction.
Yeah, I don't know why it's doing that, but anyway, that's all good. So one question I've always wanted to ask, for the past, what's it been like? It's been a year and some months since Heat Waves has launched, and you've been doing the hotspot. It have you done every Friday night without fail, except for maybe the
All right,
holidays?
there
Like,
was a couple. Most holidays I was around. Um,
okay,
my dad ended up having a really bad COPD event, I guess you would call it. And
yeah,
so I had to go down there for a couple weeks. So I missed a couple hot spots there, and then let's see, there was a couple other times that I missed like early on.
right. Well, nobody does something every Friday night that lasts for hours, where you're just showcasing other people's music if you don't love it. Like, what keeps you motivated to keep hosting and keep it going?
Bro, there's a lot of things in Heatwave that have really excited me. I mean, just I've learned so much since we started this group, since we were in other groups. Like my production skills have leveled up insanely since Heatwave started. I mean,
Yeah,
there's I've learned so much stuff from everybody. I love hearing everybody's beats because it makes me better. I mean, I constantly hear people that make that beat me, that get higher scores than I do, that have beat me in battles, that have beat me in the tournament, and I don't take that as a loss. It's a learning experience. Anything that you do when you get good at, you're gonna get kicked down. So
yeah.
it's something that you learn from, and I enjoy doing it, and I want to keep making Heatwave grow. I mean, we keep getting more new people every week, Friday and Saturday. We'll have new people for Hotspot, new people for Back to Back coming in. It's awesome.
Yeah. What are your plans for your music now that
Um,
you're getting all better?
Recently, I've been getting into trying to get into sync licensing. I've been a
Okay.
lot of my music, like here and there, I'll work with artists and sell beats and stuff like that. But I've always kind of like wanted my music in movies and commercials and TV stuff like that. Because I mean, y'all know a lot of my music is not even meant for vocals. There's too much crazy shit going on half the time. And then
Yeah.
even when I slow down and do the soft stuff, it sounds better by itself. Um, so I've been working a lot on that. I ended up working with Hurricane on a track. Marvin the Martian, that's out. Um,
Oh, awesome.
I was just like, you know what? I need to get into sync licensing and placements like big time, just because that's what I really want to do. And as soon as that happened, I had three people hit me up being like, "Hey man, we need some beats." I'm like, "Damn it, this is such an ADD experience, man." Like I bounce back and forth from one thing doing another thing. Somebody's like, let me get a guitar track for this track. You know, I'm working with Dwayne on a couple tracks. I got the sync stuff
Okay.
I'm trying to work on. It's crazy. I'm an ADD producer like crazy.
Yeah. I have a couple questions about that, but I do want to shout out, AI, Tank, 3D. Who else popped in? Maybe you.
Yo, what's up, everybody?
Um, I think is it
Yeah,
Poison that
that's
has
Poison.
that? Right. Poison. Who else is in here? All right, cool. So I'm gonna get a little deeper, I guess. Like, uh, is there a is there a dream for your music? Like, you say you want to get into sync licensing. Is there a show you want to be on? Is there what draws you to that? What's making you change, kind of switch gears from artist to sync licensing?
Well, when I first became a producer, like I was alone in the producer world. I had a couple friends back home, and then I moved away, so I didn't have like a community or anything like that. So Trent Reznor, there's a couple other producers out there that kind of did everything on their own. So that's kind of where I started getting into producing and stuff like that. Um,
Hmm.
where I want my music, really, that is a tough question, actually. Um, Man, I don't even know. Like,
Okay.
there's a lot of different types of music I do. Like, I've done action movie type suspenseful sync, I guess you call them tracks. Um, then I've done a lot of softer stuff too. So I would just want to make a name kind of in that industry.
Okay. Cool. Like me, I want to get on Below Deck. Just because me and my wife watch that show all the time.
Heck
I've
yeah.
always wanted to get on that show. Is there? So I've with sync licensing, it seems like a good way to start is to get known as the something guy. You know what I mean? Like to get your name out there, work with a music library, and they know you as, oh, when we need this type of track, we reach out to Fiction.
Right.
Is there something you want to start with?
Well, I've always been a big fan of like kind of action scenes.
Okay.
Stuff that's like really horn heavy, and I mean that can go heavy to soft. Like in I did a score for Venom where I just played out the track and I kind of made the
Oh yeah, I
song
remember
to it,
that.
and it kind of like it takes you on a journey because it's not the same volume the whole way through. You know, it's not the same. You're gonna rise, you're gonna low, you're gonna rise, and I love those type of productions,
Okay.
like orchestra type
Where,
productions and stuff like that.
where's Prabhu?
Ma-
Where's
I
Prabhu?
talked to Prabhu a couple weeks ago actually, and
Okay.
I would really love to pick his brain and sit down since I started getting in this a little bit more. He's been busy. He was on vacation, and then he's been really busy with work. So like I have talked to him very little in like the last 2 months.
Okay. All right. Cool. Somebody came at Nexus 2K2. Welcome. I think that's a YouTube person. So what
Hey,
up?
what up, Nexus?
All right. So let me see. I kind of want to touch back on the hotspot thing. Like from what I so getting better, yeah, sure. Getting become a better producer is one thing, right? And that's why you would attend the hotspot. But there is a lot of behind the scenes work that goes into every Friday night hosting a show.
Yes.
It's time away from your family. It's like it's something you're dedicated to. and you don't do that without like having some burning drive to do it. Would you say that just having a community of other producers is a big part of that, or is there something else that drives you?
Man, I mean, I've always wanted to. We've all drew EVM. We've all talked about making this like a big thing. Like we want this to grow. Um, what was that first part you said? I
Like
had a
what drives
moment.
you?
It drives me
Yeah,
like
no.
I want to make sure I want to build this, man. Like one thing that I loved back in the day is I was submitting all the time to similar shows, and I
Hmm.
didn't have a very big community, so that's where I would go, and like I'd take my Friday night and I'd send a beat in and I'd watch that show. So like
Yeah,
it created this feeling in me, and so I kind of wanted to like bring that back a little bit since the other show wasn't there anymore. I wanted to bring
yeah.
that, and we've brought so many people in, and just it's there's amazing producers out here. So I want to make something a heat wave to where we're actually a big thing. We can get people signed. We can I don't know if necessarily a label of it, but I
Hmm.
want to do it to where I mean heat wave is the next big thing. Like maybe one day we could do live shit. We could get live shows going on and create events and stuff like that.
Oh yeah. Probably like Pennsylvania or Jersey. I feel like there's a lot of producers in that
Not
area,
in
like in that.
Oklahoma.
No, not in Oklahoma. You're gonna have to get on a
I'm
plane
drinking an
to make
Oklahoma
that happen,
margarita
probably.
right now.
Yeah, was it? Is it Holbert? Was that the name of your town? I can't
I live
remember.
about 30 minutes away from Hobart. I'm in Mountain View.
Mountain
Yep.
View. Oh man,
Town of
I don't
like
even know.
700 people.
I used to live when I was 4 years old. I lived in a town called Cheyenne, Oklahoma,
Cheyenne.
which is in western Oklahoma. So it's at least it's towards Elk City and that area,
Right.
Weatherford, all that. I don't know, but that town was like 400 people when I
And
grew
we
up
don't have
there.
a stoplight. We don't have nothing. Gas station,
Mm.
Dollar General, not much else.
Do you miss DC?
So I haven't been in DC in quite a while. I was born in DC, grew up in Northern Virginia, which I was like
Yeah.
35 minutes out of DC, so I was always up there. Moved to Florida, to Pensacola, Florida in 2005. Do I miss DC? It's changed so much. I went back for my 30th birthday and my brother's wedding, and I almost didn't even recognize the place. It was
Yeah.
pretty crazy. I miss my friends down there. Do
Yeah.
I miss Florida? No.
No. But it's warm all the time.
Uh,
Seems like you'd miss Florida. No.
it's hot all the time.
I
I was in
haven't seen.
Jacksonville, so there's a lot of crazy shit in Jacksonville, and I did not miss that at all.
Yeah, that's real Florida
Yeah.
there. Yeah. What was there's a GTA 6 trailer going around. I don't know if you've seen that or not.
Uh-uh.
It's been blowing up my socials. Anyway, looks like it's based in a Jacksonville type area from what I can tell. It might be Miami, but it looks more like Jacksonville to
I'll
me.
tell you a funny story. So I lived off Lem Turner Road in Jacksonville, which is
Uh-huh.
like deep downtown Jacksonville.
Right.
So we rented this house that it was an old drug dealer's house from the 70s. So the whole house is like 5,500 square foot. The master bedroom's 1,200 square foot. There's like 50 cameras around this house. Like it was crazy. It had a DJ booth built in. There was a pool in the living room. So we rented
Mhm.
this house, and it was this huge house in the middle of the ghetto. Like literally, there was a trap house across the street that got shot up like 2 or 3 times while we were living there.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, like straight up, like I was in a crazy part of Jacksonville. Let me tell you,
All right. Well, now you're in Oklahoma, where sometimes you have electricity and sometimes you don't.
bro, electricity is horrible here. I'm lucky that I get to have my show go off without a hitch most of the time.
Yep. Oh, 3D saying it's Vice City. Oh, that makes sense. That's based on Miami. All right.
Okay.
There we go. That makes sense. All right. Well, let's get into the music. The form that I send to people for Hotspot now, when you attach the songs, they don't have the
Oh,
title.
you mean your inbound 386524?
Yeah,
That's what
that's
it
what I
saves
got.
it at.
Yeah. So I put a little like what it sounds like. Like there's one that has a gothic choir at the beginning. Then there's one that starts with the piano, and then there's one that has like a saxophone at the start
Okay.
with some electric guitars that come in later.
Play the piano one. The one that has the piano in the beginning.
Okay. What's the actual name of it? Do you remember the name of the track?
Dude, I forget the name of my tracks all the time. It's just
That's all good. At least you name them.
bro, I name them and then forget what they're called. Lost in You is what it's called, actually.
All
Don't
right,
ask me
cool.
how
Let's
I
check
name my
that
names for my songs either, because I couldn't tell you.
out. All right, cool. Let me bring that up. Is it sharing? Okay, there we go. And I'll make our videos a little bigger. All right, here we go. Lost in You. Oh yeah. So without the 808 and different drums, that is a action sync placement beat. You know what I mean? Like you had all the orchestration and everything in there.
Like originally, I was like, all right, I'm gonna make an artist beat, and then like it kind of like went to more of the sync side. So it was like, dude, that'd be great for a sync placement type shit. I was like, all right, well, there goes more
uh,
confidence going in that direction.
yeah, there you go. And paid a producer called you a cheater. Back when back when I first started submitting to these shows, like I it took me a minute to figure out that cheater was a compliment.
Right. What are you trying to say? I'll use loops or something?
I'm like, nah, man, I made the beat. What are you talking about?
You stole that shit. Yo, maybe
Wait, what's
you.
maybe?
Answer your question was it's kind of like 50-50. Like, if I'm doing something for something, I'll kind of have an idea. But if I just come back to the back to like make something, about 50% of the time, I really have no idea what I'm going to make. I'm just going to kind of come up with a melody and kind of build off that.
Yeah, yeah. that's interesting. A lot of I've spoken to producers in these interviews that are like, I have the song in my head, and all I have to do is get it out. I'm the opposite.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
like,
Half time I have
nah,
no idea what I'm gonna come up with. I'm like, let me just make something that sounds good and then kind of go from there.
yeah, I'm the same way. I look at it. I use the analogy of like, you have a every time you start a beat, you got a marble slab, and then you just start chipping away at it, and it starts to look like something, and then you put the fine details in. Kind of like that.
When I have an idea, it never really works quite the way I want it to.
No, that's rare. That's rare. Sometimes you'll surprise yourself
Yeah,
though, right? Like
yeah,
you'll start making a beat, and then you'll listen to something. Ooh, did I make
yeah,
that? Does that mean?
yeah.
Yeah, every once in a while. And then you save that for the Tournament of Fire because you don't want to waste it.
Yeah, I got like 18 beats right now for the Tournament of Fire.
Yep.
No idea which ones I'm using.
Yeah. Oh, pay the producer saying that's wild. I hear the song first. Yeah, that Aaron Islands who I was interviewing that one time, and he's like opposite. He works a different way.
His mind's already created the beat. Now he just has to put it in his DAW.
Yeah, yeah. I'm opposite.
We're not
All
we're
right,
not all
cool.
like you, Superman. My process is a little more ADD than that.
Yep. You know what I liked about that beat was what I forget about all the time is dropping it on the two.
Yep.
Like there was a couple times you dropped it on the two, just a little tension release thing.
Yep.
Like I think a lot of producers forget you can do that.
Yep.
You just start, pasting your beats, formatting the song. Anyway, little
I
trick.
learned a trick. I can't remember where I learned it from, but when you highlight on the playlist, you go to the top, you highlight whatever section you want, and if you go
Hmm.
into the playlist like settings or whatever, click that arrow at the top, and you can go down and you can slice and move over. So it'll take your beat, it'll put a space there and move your beat over, and then you could do like a one count with one crazy little switch up, and then have your beat come in.
Oh yeah. Okay. That's not just using the markers. That's like a something
No,
else.
it's still using the markers and everything, but if you like highlight a spot, you know where you can go in and edit the playlist. Like you can have it chop, you could have it um, where it says fit to tempo.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so in that screen, if you scroll down, I think it's in the edit part. Go down to I think it says like slice and move over or something like that is the setting. And it'll put a
Ah.
space in wherever you want it and move your beat down however far you highlight it.
I know you don't have any time for this, but have you ever thought about doing tutorials?
I've done a couple.
Okay.
Like I did a bus tutorial before.
Oh, okay.
I did what other one? I did like an automation one kind of for EVM and Drew one day. Um, I mean, it works with Z Game Editor. I mean, Z Game Editor. All Z Game Editor is automations,
Okay.
on, off, fade, a switch this way, fade it that way. That's mostly what Z Game Editor is. You're gonna do most of your shit and automations in the playlist.
I've never used Z Game Editor
Oh my
ever.
god. When you see, I'll show you. I'll show you one of these days. And when
Okay.
you see everything that it can do, it's a rabbit hole. Like it's another end of production in itself.
Okay. All right. Cool. I'm gonna check that out. Z Game Editor. I'm typing it in my brain
Yeah,
right
bro.
now.
Watch. There's
Uh,
YouTube videos with people that build them from scratch like that.
yeah. All right. Cool.
I know about 25%, maybe not even close to that. I don't know how how crazy this shit is in it.
Oh, Brainiac saying it was called 5 Minutes with Fiction.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I do remember
And
that.
he named it.
Yeah,
Oh,
it was
okay.
a, it was
Cool.
a couple thing, couple episode.
All right. So anybody in the chat, if you want to ask Fiction questions, this is the time to do it. He could probably drop a little knowledge on you. I have a few standard questions that I always ask, but I just wanted, if anybody has anything they've always wanted to ask you, now's the time to do it. Um, with the hotspot, I noticed you've had special guests on lately. Do you like that better?
I do. To make a show where you're just talking to the chat can be very difficult to keep people's attention because the whole spotlight's on you. You know what I mean? So You have to keep it
Mm-hmm.
exciting the whole time. You have to don't have any of this downtime. So whenever I wouldn't have a guest come on, like if I'd have to go over here and do something, I'm not getting to pay attention to the chat. I'm over on the computer trying to find a song or something like that. So there's a little more downtime. So since we started doing guests every week, it keeps the engagement more. There's not nearly as much downtime. So in my eyes, makes it more entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't have to think
Okay.
of so much stuff to say by myself.
Yeah, yeah. It's always good to
But
have,
also,
and you can vibe out and like you can actually, if a beat is blowing everybody away, you have somebody to just feed off of
sure,
right then and there, right?
it's
Yeah.
it's great having a different perspective, a different point of view.
Mm-hmm. So, is there a tournament of fire coming up soon?
There's the Tournament of Fire on December 15th.
When's Soul Night?
Soul Night. Okay, so I'll go through the list. This Friday is
Okay.
Soul Night with 3D, spelled
Okay.
THR 3D, not third. All right, so Soul Night's Friday. The following Friday is the Tournament of Fire. The Saturday after the Tournament of Fire is the Jazz Night, and then the following Friday after that is going to be the Hotspot Christmas show.
Oh, okay. All right. Wait, the following Friday is the Hotspot Christmas show.
22nd.
But 22nd.
Yep.
All right, 15th Tournament of Fire. Man, there's a lot going on in December.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep.
All right,
Bro,
December
I love
15th.
the little events though. I mean, you get people in here that like don't always get in hotspot because I mean it's turned into a kind of hard competition. A lot of like top producers come in, so it can be a little not really threatening, but some people won't get it in as much. So when we do these different events, it kind of like brings more attention, gets more people to come back to it because it's something different. You know, it's not the same hotspot getting in the Tournament of Fire. It's something that it's entertaining for everybody to send in, man. Like I'm entertained all night long with all the crazy beats we've had from the event so far.
Yeah, yeah. Have you announced the judges
I have
for the Tournament of Fire?
I have not.
Okay. All right, cool. Well, we'll hear that later.
Hopefully, I should
All right.
have a video this Friday for Hotspot, for the Tournament of Fire, for the bracket, for the judges, all of it.
All right, cool. Cool. So, okay, I'm going to recap real quick, just so I know for what's coming up. I may have to send in old beats because I don't have time to make make something new for all
Bro,
the events.
Tank's like, oh shit, I'm gonna be busy.
But okay, so this Friday is Soul Night.
Yep.
The following Saturday is Jazz Night.
Yep.
The night after. The 15th is Tournament of Fire.
Yep.
The 22nd is Christmas Challenge.
Yep.
I guess any Christmas themed song or sounds or whatever. All right, cool. All right,
I'm gonna have
good
a
to
flyer
know.
for that soon too.
Okay. All right, good to know. Good to know. All right, cool. Do you remember the lineup for the Tournament of Fire?
Oh shit, I can get it real quick.
You don't have to know off the top of your head. But I'll tell you what, I'll play a beat.
Yeah, do that.
I'll play another one of your beats.
I have a chat with all of them in it. Every Tournament of Fire, I'll open a new Facebook chat with that season with all of the contestants that are in it. So any kind of news or info, I can give it straight to them.
All right. So we're kind of doing the plugs in the middle of the show, but we're going to get back to you and your production and all of that in a minute.
Sure.
But in the meantime, I'm going to play either the one that starts with the Gothic choir or the one with the sax and the
whichever one
electric
you
guitars. All right, we're going to do Gothic. Let's go. And he probably doesn't remember the name of it.
Fortress.
Fortress. Here we go. What? What was that? That was incredible. Holy shit.
Some
That was from
anger.
wasn't that in the last hotspot? Yeah.
Yeah, that was the last one I put in hotspot.
Jeez, man. A band came out and played fucking like marching drumline came out and shit in that one. That was crazy. I don't even know what to say about that one.
It was definitely
Did
crazy.
it win hotspot or do we know yet? We haven't announced the winner yet,
I
have we?
got a 10 on it. Is that this week or
Yeah.
last week that I played that? Let me see. No, that was this week. No, I haven't announced the winner yet.
And normally when you're in the VIP mix, you like hand it off to somebody else to pick a winner,
Yeah, pretty
right? Is that
much.
how you normally
Yeah,
do it?
last time
Yeah,
I
yeah.
picked like Ashley, 3D, D's Keys, and Dylan, Dark Matter. Those are the 4 people I had to pick it.
Jeez, man. We got to pick an odd number of people. Then that way there's no tie.
What if they all pick the same one? Winner!
Oh, yeah, true that. True that.
I was
Whoa.
going to
Well,
keep picking people until I had a double. So I put all the 10s in the thing and I sent it to everybody and I was like, all right, pick your favorite one. And whenever I
okay.
got a repeat vote, that was going to be the winner.
I gotcha. Wait, what? Are you in the next Tournament of Fire?
Yes, I am.
Why didn't you save that beat?
I told you I got like 18 beats that I don't know what I'm using for it.
Oh, geez. Okay.
I got more.
All right.
I got more.
Okay. All right.
Still might.
That's a
It
tough
still
one.
might get thrown in there. Who knows?
Mm. All right. Cool. Well, that definitely sounded like a battle beat. Like if you were looking for blood.
Yeah, I ended up.
That's
I
it.
found this damn drumline pack, and it's got like 150 samples of just nothing but drum lines going crazy.
Man. I have trouble finding good drumline. Like I found them in Splice back in the day, but it's hard to find good drumline packs. So
Holler at me. I got multiple.
all right. All right. Cool. So did you get the lineup? So who else in the next?
Okay, here we
Did
go.
you get that? All right.
Yeah. Okay, we got Chike beats down. We got Glitch was a fill-in. We got Mike Celestine, Mike Dozier. What was Mike Dozier's producer name? Shit, I can't remember. Mike, or at H&M, me, Keto,
Jeez.
and Tank.
Oh my God. This might be the heaviest hitting one we've had yet. That's
Yay!
crazy. That's good for the show, man. I'll definitely be there.
Yeah, no
Yeah.
kidding. It's definitely a good show. Like, man, like, I'm scared. You got Blaps, who's already a
Cheebs, he
Tournament of Fire
said. Is
champion.
that Mike Dozier's Cheebs?
Yes.
Okay,
That's
yep.
Cheebs.
All right.
H&M's been in a couple of them. He's come down close.
Yeah.
Keto's been in one before.
Oh,
Tank's
jeez,
like
man.
in the next 2 seasons, I think. Glitch is determined to win one. He's been in quite a few of them.
Mm-hmm. Oh, man.
This is Chike's first one, but he's from Fresh Produce, so he knows his damn way around.
This is gonna be crazy. This one's gonna
Yeah.
be nuts. Oh man. That's nuts. That's
The lineup's gonna be killer. I got
Woof.
two that are locked in right now. I will say you brought him up the other day. I'm talking to Larry O, trying to get him to do it. He hit me back up.
Oh, for
And
real?
I'm talking to Larry O, trying to get him to do it. If I could get him, that would be the shit.
That'd be crazy. Well, this
Yeah.
would be the lineup we'd want Larry O to hear.
Right, no joke,
Yeah,
man. I
that'd
told
be
you I hit
insane.
up everybody, like the dude from In the Mix. Like
Yeah.
I've sent him messages for the last year. He don't hit nobody back.
Yeah, that dude's busy. He seems like
Yeah.
he seems like he's probably got a pretty full plate, that guy. Dude, that's crazy. That is crazy. All right. So let's ask some producing questions. Is there anything you've learned lately that you want to share with the group that's helped your production along that you feel like maybe everybody could benefit from?
If anybody is not perfect at your DAW, which should be every one of y'all, um, watch Jason Dowdy's damn question. I learned shit from him. Like straight up, bro. Like I watch your shit like most every week when I could get in there because I'll sit there. I'm like, nah, really? And I was laughing about one of your videos, dude. Like the video you made. This is Jason. Don't be like Jason, bro. That has to be one of my favorite videos of yours because it is so true. Like I don't know how many times back in the day that didn't even know about that setting.
Yeah.
First off, and I'm in Oklahoma. Power goes out. I was making a beat the other day, and all of a sudden, like I was deep into it. I haven't even started a save for it or nothing. I
Yeah.
mean, I was just making the beat. It doesn't have a name yet. It doesn't have a save file. Nothing. And I'm sitting there in this beat, and it's getting good. And all of a sudden, my power goes out. My wife
Mm-hmm.
hears me just like you were in that video, and I was like, I'm so glad that I have that switched.
There you go. That's
Like
based on
straight,
a true story. Yeah. We've all had
bro.
that
It's
true
it's
story.
happened to me so many times, so many times.
Yeah.
I'm just glad I could save the file these days.
Yeah. Well, yeah. And for those who don't know what the hell you're talking about, you go to, I think it's options, file settings, and there's like a auto save feature in there, and you can set it to auto save every hour or whatever. But I put it on like a minute. Actually, I
Oh
switched
yeah,
it back. I switched it back to 5 minutes because it was kind of interrupting my workflow a little bit because it would stop what I was doing to save it.
really?
But yeah, very
I, I
frequently.
I've never even noticed it.
Yeah, yeah. So if you're not doing that, go to FL now. If you're on
Uh,
FL Studio,
Slide it all the way to the left.
Yeah,
Frequently.
save it. It just saved. Like I had my boy in from out of town. His name's Fletch, and he's a stand-up comedian and a
Yeah, I
poker
remember you
player.
talking about him.
Yeah. But he also is a musician. He's a bass player and plays piano and stuff like that. And he actually went in, laid down a bridge to like a track I was working on. And then I thought I had lost it until I found my autosave file. So it saved me, but I thought like I couldn't find it when I opened the session back up and all that. So yeah, make sure you got that autosave going.
Man, when I first started, I hated. I was broke. I was a broke kid. I had like the demo version of FL Studio and I couldn't save it. So I would make my beat, keep my computer on, work on my beat, and then render it to an MP3, and then that was it. You couldn't go back into it. It would not let you save the file. And those were the days that really were horrible when you did lose power because
Oh
you
yeah.
lost your track. I mean, I might have been working on it for 2 days and the
Yeah.
power would go out. I mean, I'd break a window, I'd shatter something in my room. I'd be so mad.
Oh, what's up? Tim Bird. Tim Bird's in the house.
Yo, what's up, Tim?
Yeah. Tim was our when I was in Outsiders for Life back in the day. He was our producer. So
Oh,
I've known
nice.
Tim since 1998. I don't know how many years that is. I don't want to do the math. It's just too fucking many.
Hey, Tim, send some beats in the hot spot and back to back. We want to hear it.
Yeah, send some stuff in. He's big into sync placement and TV stuff and all of that as well. So
Awesome.
yeah. All right, cool. So what's my next? What's the I've been in the management chat with you and Deandra and EVM and Brainiac and all of that. Um, what's in the future for Heatwave? Like, what do you guys got planned?
Well, we got a website that's in the future that we're gonna have, so you can
Uh-huh.
go there for anything kind of heat wave related, lives, videos, anything like that.
Yeah,
Um, let's see, what do we got planned next year? I mean, I want to make sure this group keeps growing.
yeah.
Um, I definitely want to work. We have a Spotify for, we have a DistroKid for Heatwave now.
Oh,
So
okay.
we're gonna start working out some stuff to release some stuff for us, for people in the group, for the Heatwave DistroKid. So we can release stuff for Heatwave through Heatwave. You guys are gonna be involved. We got to get all the details stuff worked out like that, but yeah, it's gonna be cool.
All right, that's exciting. That'd be cool. I'd love to be on a mixtape with Tank Knows Best.
Right?
or Glitch or somebody. That'd be amazing.
Yeah.
You gotta step your game up though if you're gonna be on that mixtape.
Oh yeah.
All right, cool. Um, so let's see. Is there any advice you would give to somebody that might be watching this? And remember, this is gonna this will replay as well, right? Like this will be available in replay and all that.
Sure.
I know we have a lot of veteran producers on right now in the chat, but if somebody is brand new to producing, maybe not brand new, but have been just kind of getting their feet wet with it, what's your best piece of advice for them?
Uh, Learn your DAW.
Hmm.
One of the things growing up with FL Studio, like I've been with FL Studio, I've kind of like messed around with other DAWs here and there, but FL Studio was the one that I wanted to use. That was the one I thought was the easiest, had the easiest workflow for me. Um, and then I've spent the next 20 years learning it.
Hmm. Yep.
Learn your DAW. I mean, it can do so much. I mean, a lot of people will say this DAW is better than this DAW, this DAW. Some has things that others don't, yes, but it's never the DAW, it's the producer. So if you don't know your DAW, you're going to be hindered right there. So do whatever you can. Watch videos, talk to people, learn what you're using is the best thing. I see people all the time saying, don't go crazy with VSTs, learn what you have. And I
Hmm.
100% agree. I mean, when I didn't have a lot of VSTs, I mean, I was like, all right, where can I go for a guitar? You got in FL Studio, for example, you got Flex. Flex got a lot of different guitars. They got bass guitars. They got all kinds of stuff for that. I didn't know about Flex for quite a while after it came out, to be honest.
Hmm.
So I mean, there's still things now like Patcher. Patcher is a rabbit hole in itself. Like there's so many rabbit holes in FL Studio, it's crazy. Patcher you could just mess with forever.
Yeah.
Um, Z Game Editor is the same one. It's there's so much to it. Um, but yeah, learn your DAW. That's the biggest thing, and then have confidence.
Okay. That is some good advice. That's a good start. Um, One thing I've done to keep up with the changes in FL Studio and to keep up and to learn things that I didn't know before is um like with social media, right? Like I have a TikTok account and I have an Instagram account. And I only follow people that give tips on FL Studio and all that kind of stuff or in the music industry or whatever, right? So I'm not really using my social media to consume stuff to entertain me. I'm using it more to learn.
Right.
So that might be another way to, if you want to learn your DAW, start following a bunch of people that's going to tell you what your DAW does, right? And and then you're kind of using your downtime just to flip through and learn some new stuff.
Yep. But dude, every time I go on TikTok, like I have like Larry O or somebody doing some kind of FL Studio tutorial, and I
Yep.
learn shit from them all the time. Like it's crazy.
Yep. Tim agrees 100%. It's not the DAW, it's the producer.
Absolutely.
And Felonious Monk proved that with,
Yeah.
he
Right.
FL
I got a
Studio
tablet.
Mobile. Yeah, that's
I mean,
crazy.
there's people doing it
Nuts.
on their phones and winning events and stuff like that. I mean,
Yeah.
it's crazy. You got like Anitra almost won that rock challenge. She was in the top 3 people for the rock challenge and almost won it. The person that won it said Anitra won it.
Yeah.
And she they're using like a phone app with like 3 other apps. Like let me build the beat on this one and then go over to this app for like to equalize it and use the mixer and then use this one for this. I'm like that shit's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, Anitra, man, is gonna be um she's gonna be in the tournament of fire before you know it. Like just it's just a matter of time.
I hate to be in the household if they're both in it.
Yeah. All right. Oh, and it kind of reminds me my friend Fletch, that I was talking about. He when he describes poker, he's always like it takes 2 hours to learn how to play poker and then a lifetime to master. So it's the
Right.
same with your DAW, right? And then Tim's
Yes,
over here like
absolutely.
I've been in the industry for years, still learning, right? It's all about the end results. Yeah, all that. All right, cool. So we have one song left. I called it Saxy Guitars. I don't know what the name of it actually is.
I don't remember. I don't remember which one. Oh, I remember. This is actually my rock challenge beat.
Oh, okay. All right. All right. We're gonna play the rock challenge beat. So let's get into it. Let me find it here. All right. Let's go. Wait, I don't think it's sharing yet. All right, we're gonna run it back. Here we go. Woo! That was hardcore.
Thank you, thank you.
Hold on, let me stop sharing. There we go. All right. Every time, so here's sports. Tim saying sports all day, talking about sync placements and stuff like that. So yeah, you probably get that in, I don't know, ESPN or something like that. All right, cool.
They got some crazy music in like the EA games and like I'm like, what is this music doing in here? Like I'll hear shit that surprises the hell out of me in like ESPN and EA games and shit like that.
Oh, that'd be perfect for like a Tony Hawk game or something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That would be
yeah.
cool. That would be
That'd fit
cool.
right in. And I forgot what it was. Oh, every time I feel like I can always recognize your beats when there's a gated transition.
I knew you were gonna say that. And on a guitar, on a distorted guitar, like I used to have a guitar that had a button on it that would just mute it out when you hit that button. So like
Yeah.
I'd make a note and be like, and you'd hit it, and it would just cut out the volume, however you were hitting that button, dude. And I love that
Oh,
shit.
there you go.
So
There you
now,
go.
like, there's so many different things that you could do to like do gated effects and stuff like that. Effectrix was the one I used for that.
Yep. Yeah. I started using Looperator after S Dot, told me about that one. For some reason, it like uses too much of my CPU. I don't know why.
I have some of those plugins that I stay away from that do that too. And it
Glit.
sucks because it's always one that I really want to use.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm gonna buy a monster machine soon, and won't have to worry about it as
I
much
need
at
I
least.
need to get a good gaming computer for my whole setup.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you can get a
I got
payment
like
plan. You can finance it, put it on payment plan.
I don't know payments.
Glitch has 128 gigs of memory or RAM.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah, I
I
think he had
got
an AM.
16. I got 16.
Yeah, that's what I got too. That's what all normal people have. No, he's got 128.
Normal people. I know I got like an i3 that I'm using with 16 mega RAM or gig RAM, mega RAM. Jesus.
Oh yeah, you gotta upgrade.
Yeah.
You gotta upgrade,
It was
dude.
like an HP Slim that I got from HP. It was like $400 or something like that. And I was like, I
Yeah.
need a computer because the last computer I was using before that, like when I started Gangland, I was using a computer with Windows XP on it from the 90s. And that's what I was making my beats from. And then I think I got like FL Studio maybe 11.
Yeah,
and
yep.
started, and then I was like, fuck this shit, I'm buying it.
3D 64 is a thing. Yeah, you're good. That is big. 64 is plenty. Glitch has 128.
Tim Bird says Glitch has 3 million.
Well, I feel like Prabhu's machine. Like I always say that. I feel like with the sounds he comes up with, I feel like his is probably like I don't know a AWS cloud server or something that he.
Nothing but contact is like, let me have 10 contact banks in this one damn song. Like,
Yeah, it's
all
crazy.
these instruments and shit.
All right, cool. So, thank you for the interview. Is there any parting words, anybody you want to shout out, anything you want to share before we
Shout
call
out
this
to
one?
my wife, as always, in the front room dealing with me. She puts
All
up with
right.
me and all of you guys. So, shout out to Shauna. Shout out to everyone out here in Heatwave. Make sure to check out the shows Friday and Saturday night. Keep learning, guys. That's all I can say. I've seen so many of you do so much since we actually started Heatwave. It's crazy. I mean, I've seen people get sync placements, placements with artists. The people that are just trying to sell beats sell a whole shitload of beats. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, I never even intended to sell beats like when I was doing any of this, and then all of a sudden, like, I ended up selling a couple. I'm like, what the hell's going on? So, I mean, keep learning, keep listening to everybody. We love you guys out there. Keep coming back.
All right, awesome. Well, we'll see you